Did you know the moon is slowly leaving Earth? Every year, the moon drifts about 1.5 inches away from us. Billions of years from now, Earthlings will need telescopes just to see our estranged cosmic roommate. Did you know there's a planet where it rains glass sideways? The planet HD 189733b has glass rain propelled by winds moving at 5,400 miles per hour. It's the intergalactic version of a deadly sandstorm, except way flashier. Did you know space smells like burnt steak and welding fumes? Astronauts say their suits reek of hot metal, barbecue, and burnt steak after spacewalks. So if you've ever wondered what space smells like, imagine a cosmic grill session. Did you know there's a planet made entirely of diamonds? 55 Cancri e, located 40 light-years away, is thought to be a carbon-rich world where much of the surface could be diamonds. It's worth an unimaginable fortune, if only you could bring it home. Did you know that the sun's energy takes 170,000 years to reach Earth? The photons created in the sun's core take that long to bounce their way to the surface before traveling another 8 minutes to Earth. Your sunlight is ancient starlight. Did you know black holes can burp? After devouring a star or gas cloud, black holes sometimes eject massive amounts of material in powerful jets. Even the universe's hungriest monsters can't keep it all down. Did you know Venus is hotter than Mercury, even though Mercury is closer to the sun? Venus's thick atmosphere of carbon dioxide traps heat like an oven, making it the hottest planet in the solar system with surface temperatures of 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Did you know the largest volcano in the solar system is on Mars? Olympus Mons stands 16 miles high and is about the size of Arizona. If it were on Earth, it would tower over everything and possibly ruin your GPS. Did you know your body would expand if exposed to space? Without a spacesuit, the lack of pressure would cause your body's fluids to boil and expand. But no worries, you'd pass out before that happens. Did you know Saturn's moon Enceladus sprays water into space? This icy moon has geysers shooting plumes of water vapor and ice particles from its subsurface ocean. NASA is considering it as a potential spot for alien life. Did you know a teaspoon of a neutron star would weigh as much as Mount Everest? Neutron stars are so insanely dense that cramming all that mass into such a tiny space is like fitting Earth into a city block. Did you know galaxies collide, but stars almost never hit each other? When galaxies like the Milky Way and Andromeda collide in 4 billion years, the stars are so far apart that they just pass by like awkward strangers at a party. Did you know how far you could drift in space before hitting something? If you were floating in the vast emptiness of space without propulsion, you could travel for millions of years before coming close to another object. Space is so vast that even with countless stars and planets, it is mostly empty. Did you know how far you'd need to be from a supernova to stay safe? A safe distance from a supernova explosion is at least 50 light-years. Any closer, and the radiation and shockwaves could strip away Earth's atmosphere or cause massive destruction to life. Did you know that the largest canyon in the solar system is on Mars? Valles Marineris stretches for over 2,500 miles and is 10 times longer than the Grand Canyon. It's so vast, it could span the entire United States. Did you know stars can be born inside black holes? Some scientists believe that the intense pressure and heat inside supermassive black holes might create the perfect conditions for star formation, a paradox of cosmic creation. Did you know there's a giant cloud of alcohol in space? Sagittarius B2, near the center of the Milky Way, contains enough alcohol to fill 400 trillion pints of beer. But don't expect a drink, it's mixed with toxic chemicals. Did you know that Saturn's rings are disappearing? Over time, Saturn's gravity is pulling the icy particles in its rings down to the planet. In about 100 million years, the rings will be completely gone. Did you know there are rogue planets drifting through space? Rogue planets are worlds that don't orbit a star, but instead float alone in the darkness of space. Scientists estimate there could be billions of them in our galaxy alone. Did you know there's a hexagon-shaped storm on Saturn? At Saturn's North Pole, there's a massive six-sided storm system that's been raging for decades. This strange phenomenon is unlike anything else in the solar system. Did you know that time moves slower in strong gravity? Near a black hole or another intense gravitational field, time slows down significantly. This effect, known as time dilation, means an hour near a black hole could equal years elsewhere. Did you know comets can have two tails? Comets often have a dust tail and an ion tail, which point in slightly different directions. The ion tail always points directly away from the sun due to solar wind. Did you know the universe has an edge, but not in the way you think? The observable universe has a boundary about 46 billion light-years away. Beyond that, the universe likely continues, but we can't see it because light hasn't had enough time to reach us. Did you know the hottest planet in the solar system isn't the closest to the sun? Venus is hotter than Mercury due to its thick atmosphere of carbon dioxide, which creates an extreme greenhouse effect. Did you know the sun weighs 333,000 times more than Earth? The sun contains 99.8% of all the mass in our solar system, making it overwhelmingly dominant in size and gravitational pull. Did you know one day the Earth will have a ring like Saturn? In the distant future, the debris from satellites and space junk could form a ring around our planet, though it wouldn't be nearly as beautiful as Saturn's. Did you know there's a diamond floating in space? The star BPM 37093, also called Lucy, is a crystallized white dwarf made mostly of carbon. It's essentially a giant diamond 50 light-years away. Did you know you can sometimes see planets without a telescope? Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn are often bright enough to be seen with the naked eye. Venus is the brightest and is often called the morning star or evening star. Did you know the Milky Way is on a collision course with another galaxy? In about 4 billion years, the Milky Way and Andromeda will collide, creating a new galaxy. Despite the collision, stars are so far apart they'll likely avoid crashing into each other. Did you know some moons have more water than Earth? Jupiter's moon Europa and Saturn's moon Enceladus are thought to have subsurface oceans that contain more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. Did you know that black holes can evaporate? Over time, black holes lose mass through a process called Hawking radiation. If left undisturbed, even the largest black holes will eventually evaporate after trillions of years. Did you know a day on Pluto is longer than a month on Earth? Pluto takes 6.4 Earth days to complete one rotation. Its slow spin makes its days incredibly long compared to what we're used to. Did you know the biggest star ever discovered could fit 1,000 suns inside it? The star UY Scuti is the largest known star in the universe. If placed at the center of our solar system, its surface would extend past the orbit of Jupiter. Did you know you can't hear sound in space? Space is a vacuum, meaning there's no air to carry sound waves. If you were floating in space, it would be completely silent, though your radio would still work.